I am holding a shameless self-promo Nowhere cup I made. I can't turn it around because there's a phrase on the back that does give a spoiler. Maybe in a few years, I will be able to like actually carry this around and not worry about what side is showing when I'm outside of my house. Um, but what happened is that I had this moment in Nowhere that I felt was so poignant and strong, and like it really connected sort of Finn's experience with the son that he lost, Aiden, to the terror and the pain that's happening all around the community, but especially to his next child, his youngest child. Um, and I had someone who I very, very much respected. She was a former Pitch Wars mentor. Um, she actually she read all of Nowhere as part of like the Pitch Wars sort of application process, and she got back to me and said, "I can't take this book because I think this book, like, I'm not going to be able to make it better. Like, you're ready to take this to an agent, but." Here are my notes. And what it included was, I don't think that you can include this sort of thing on the screen, so to speak. Now, it's not because it was particularly vulgar. It's not because it was
Story.
right, gory or anything like that. It wasn't particularly violent, but it was terribly sad, right? And it was disturbing in terms of like actual fear from especially a parent's perspective. It would reflect one of your worst nightmares. And so she suggested like take what happens in that scene and make it somehow off screen, so to speak. And I did. I rewrote that scene, changed it numerous times, changed even how, like, that ultimately led to the conclusion of Nowhere. Because just by changing that one scene, which I can't give too much about, I keep trying to, like, find a way to talk about it on a high level without giving away what's presently in the book. But just changing that one scene led to a far different encounter in order for Finn to end up going where he goes next. And so it had this ripple effect throughout the book that ultimately I do think people enjoy. I enjoy it, but I still hang on to that one scene, which
Right.
you actually read and you agreed with the changes that were made. That it's like, no, I think the way that it's now, like the format that it's now going to go out in, is better for XYZ reasons. But I still am so like spicy about it that like on the back of this cup, it's it still gives away that ending.